Welcome to Tech Brothers with Amir. In this video, we are going to learn about cache transformation and especially the part cache file option. So now in last video, what we learned how to read the data from a flat file or Excel file or any other source and put the data into the cache or memory and use it. In this video, we will be learning how to read the data from different sources that can be Excel, flat file, ADO.NET source or any other, and we will put the data into the cache, but we will use the file cache option. That is a file created with a specific format, and we can use that file across multiple packages, or we can use that file within the same package. So that make it very usable, especially when we are loading the data from some source and we need to use that into multiple SSIS packages. So this is really great. We just write the data to the .caw file, cache file in the first package, and then keep using in all other packages, and data will stay persistent. So there will be no changes in that file, and that's how we will keep all the records same across the packages as well. So let's go and take a look what we have here. I have a file that is a sales file, and it has a customer name and sale amount. On the other side, I have two tables, source 1, source and source 2, and they have a customer name and region and city and everything, but they don't have a sale amount. What I need to do, I need to extract the information from the file, flat file. So I need the sale amount from here. I will be joining on the customer name. So I have the customer name on both sides, but I need the sale amount coming from the flat file. So there are multiple solutions. We can write this data to the staging table and then use that in the lookup transformation by using OLEDB command transformation, OLEDB connection type. But here we have another solution where we will be using cache transformation. So let's create a new SSIS package. So once you are in the project, click on the SSIS packages, new SSIS package, and here we are going to say cache transformation and underscore CAW. So that's the extension we are writing. By using cache transformation, we can write the data to this file, and this is pretty fast. And I was reading some documentation on Microsoft. It is supposed to be faster than reading the data from a SQL server by using OLEDB connection manager. So but great part is you are not writing the data to the SQL, so you just writing the data to this file, and then you can use in multiple places. So there is some storage safe. You don't have to put pressure on the SQL server. And now let's go and create this package. First of all, we will be bringing the data flow task, and here we will be loading the data from that flat file into the cache, and we will save to the cache file. So read the data by using the flat file source. Here, make a connection, new, browse to the file, sale file, and then go to the columns. And we have customer name and sale amount. Go to advanced. Customer name is coming worker 50, fine. Sale amount is coming worker 50, but I need as an integer. So I'm selecting integer. And go preview the data, hit OK. Return null values from the source as null values in the data flow. If there is any blank value coming in the flat file, we want to convert that to the null. So check this box, and then columns, and all good. Next part, we want to load the data to the cache file, right? So we will bring the cache transformation, and here we will configure this one, create a new connection. And when you will create a new connection, you have two options. First of all, last time we just provided a name. Here we did not check this box. That means the data was written to the cache or memory, and it was used in the same SSIS packages, package in different data flows, but or the same one after one we were using that. But here we want to use this data across multiple SSIS packages, or we can use in the same SSIS package in different data flows as well. So we will make use of this cache file. Here we have to browse and then provide the name. So I'm in the input folder, and I'm going to provide the name customer cache file. And if you see that the extension is .caw, we hit open, and now we are all good. And here go to columns and provide the index position for the column on which you are going to map or join. So here on the customer name we will be joining, so we need to set the index position 1, and any other column we are going to just select, we can leave them 0. So here you have option to change the data types as well if you want. Now hit OK, and you have to read this part. It's a kind of warning or telling you more information, because the cache file will have data that can be readable. So I will show you, and it is a best practice if you want to, or if you are writing a data to the cache file, set the security on the folder level and file level, so and not everybody can go and open that cache file and see. Maybe you have HIPAA data, that's the healthcare data. Maybe you have some social security number, you're working in a banking, and you just put everything in the cache file, and those numbers are available, and if somebody open it and then copy and paste and make use of that. So you want to protect your cache file by setting the folder level and file level security. So hit OK. Now go to mapping. Mapping is coming correct. Here is you have that on the index 1 you have this I don't know what icon they call it, search icon or whatever, and then hit OK. Now we are all set. We didn't use this cache file in any other package as of now, but we will make a use of this file in a next package. So let me run and show you few things before we just jump into the next part. So if we start this one, what happened? It is going to read the flat file data and put into the cache file. So cache file is created on our input folder, and here we have customer cache file, and it is created at 9:57. Right click here, and if we open with, and I'm going to select notepad, and you can see that the customer name is there, and some information. Okay, Raza is there, Amer is there, and some other info, Robert is there. So there is some information that can be read from this file. Maybe you cannot read every record, but at least you can read some information. So that's why I put the security on these folders where you are putting these cache files. Now if I will read on this package, it will overwrite the existing information. So if you go ahead and take a look, stop the package. Now it is 9:58, it overwritten, it is still the same size, so it means it's not increasing the size. And if we take a look, the last record was exactly the same, so it will overwrite this file when you run the package. Now one more thing I would like to tell you, cache connection manager can be configured with the variables, so we can provide different file paths at different servers. So here if you go ahead and you have some variable you want to use in the connection string, it will exactly same the way you do for the file flat file connection manager, or Excel connection manager, or any other connection manager. You provide the connection string. So in this case, if we want to change this one, let's say here I want to copy this one, and let me copy, and from now on I will say no, I don't want to use C drive or D drive, or maybe I want to change the name, but we'll use variable or parameter here, and then that's how we'll make a change by using the configuration in SSIS package. So I will say my test dot CAW. So now I've evaluated, sorry, okay, so to have backslash, one single backslash, you have two backslashes in the expressions. That's how it works. So now what happened here? Now it's coming correct. If I go ahead OK, and then if I run the package now, what is going to happen? Now it created this new file, and it is called my test.caw. So that's how you will change the name of the file, folder location on different packages, different environments and all that. So you will use a variable, provide the path where you want to create it, and you can keep the same name for cache file. Anyways, so this was one point you want to learn about it. And now we have the cache file ready. We can create a new SSIS package. Let me use in the same SSIS package first, and then we will use in the other SSIS packages. So load or create the cache file. Next, we want to read the data from SQL Server table, and here we will be reading data from source 1 table. Make a connection, select the database and server name from where you want to read the data, hit OK, and you can select or write a query. I recommend writing a query, so let's go ahead and write a query. And here we have columns coming from source 1. So I will go to the source 1. Let me see where is source 1. Let's refresh the tables, and now we have this table. Select top 1000, remove this part, and build your query, and then copy and paste in the SSIS. Paste it here, and you selected everything. So tomorrow, if a new column is added to your table, you are not worried about making changes or your package will fail. So that's the one way to avoid those changes. So hit OK, and now we will be making use of a cache file that we have created in the first data flow. So we'll use the lookup transformation here, and then we are going to make use of cache connection manager, and that is pointing to the cache file. So go ahead, and here we have to select cache connection manager, and we want to redirect the rows if they are not matching with the source with the reference data set or the cache data set what we have saved in the cache file. So we have selected that part. Go to connections, and here the connection manager for the cache is already selected. And now hit columns, and now column map on the customer name, and we need the sale amount here. Hit OK. Finally, we'll be writing this data to the destination. So we say OLEDB destination, and here we'll make a connection for the matched output records, and we are going to go ahead and select the final destination table. So we have final destination table. Let's see exactly name of the table. So it is DST. Yep. So we are good. Map the columns, and here we will be selecting the sale amount coming from that cache file that we used in the lookup transformation. So it will join on the customer name, and if any records are matching, it will get the sale amount, and we are putting into our final table. Hit OK. Now we can go ahead and copy and paste this actually data flow. Why? Because most of the things we have here, they are pretty much the same, and we can make small changes here. So let's go ahead, and this is called the customer source 1 source. Actually here we can call it customer source 2, and let's make changes. We will be using pretty much the same information. In the here in the OLEDB, we will say get the data from source 2, preview it, fine, it has the same columns, use the lookup, and in the lookup we are using full cache and cache connection manager, and redirect rows to no match. In the connection we are using cache connection manager. On columns we are connecting or mapping on customer name, and then getting the sale amount. Hit OK, and our final destination is same, so we are fine. Now if we run this one, what is happening? We are putting the data to the cache file one time, and then using in multiple times in different data flows. So start the package now. And we can see that the data is loaded from two sources and it uses the same cache file. So you can take a look at all the details, like how it is going step by step and working. And the last one, what we want to do, let me go ahead and show you the data loaded in the destination table. So we got the sale amount, and we can truncate this table. Actually, let me truncate this table, copy. These videos are sometimes really lengthy, but we are doing pretty much everything from scratch and showing you how to create the package and everything, so it is fine. So now I'm going to create a new SSIS package. What I can do, I can copy this package, exactly the same package, and paste it here, and I will call it load source 1 source, actually load source. And when I go here, I need to make some small changes. Remember, we don't need to put the data in the cache by using cache transformation. We can delete this one, and we can simply load the data from the customer table we have here, and then we can use lookup, and here we can use the cache connection manager. And here let me delete actually all of them together, and we can actually make use a new one first. So now we are in the new package, and here we selected the data from the source. We went to lookup. We said, okay, we want to use full cache and we want to use cache connection manager. We can create a new one, and here we have to point to the file. So use file cache, browse, and we say whatever the file we want to use. In our case, we want to say my test cache file, and then say okay, and go to the columns. That's indexed position correctly, fine. And then we say hit okay, and then go to columns, map them on customer name, and select the sale amount. So that's how you will create this first package. Let's create another package for second one. We will create from scratch. I'm not going to copy paste from the load source 2. Why I'm doing from scratch? So I can show you exactly what happened when you create it from scratch. So you have data flow, you are reading the data from the other sources. Go to the OLEDB source, and here we are getting the data from test database, but our query for that extraction is copy this one and paste it there, and we are selecting the data from source 2. Columns come in correct, everything looks good. Now we'll bring the lookup transformation, and in the lookup transformation we will use that cache file that we have created in the cache transformation SSIS package. So let's open it, full cache connection manager, redirect rows if they are not matching with the reference data. Go to connection, create a new connection, and point to the file where our file is. So point here, hit okay, columns are coming correct, hit okay, and then you will go ahead and make the mapping on customer name. We want to match on customer name from source to the reference data and get the sale amount. So we hit okay, and the last thing we need to do, we need to put this data into the destination. So we will be putting data into destination, matching records only. We are ignoring the non-matching, and here we will be putting the data to the destination, and go to mapping, everything looking good. And now we'll select the sale amount, hit OK, and we are all set with our packages. We can go ahead and run our SSIS packages. We'll create the SSIS SQL Server agent job, and we can, in the first step we will run this one, and then in second step we can run this one, and in the third step we can run this package. So if I will go ahead, this is already run, we can execute this one, and execute package. It is going to refresh the data in the cache file and from the flat file source, and then next we can go ahead and run our load source and load source 2 packages, and here we don't have any data in the destination table as of now, so we are fine. We can select and see. Let me truncate this table, and then we can see there is no data. Let me run this package source, execute package. This is making use of that cache file that we created in the first SSIS package, and now we are going to make use of that file in the second package as well. So we'll execute package, and that's done. We can go back and take a look. So we can see 3 records are loaded. 2 are coming from one file, and there are 1 record that's coming from the second table. So if you take a look here, you can take a look. These 2 records are coming from this table, and they got the sale from the flat file, and we have used this flat file in the cache. So we have put this file in the cache transformation and created the .caw file that we use in multiple SSIS packages. So here in the video you guys are listening some music coming from a child. This is Sunday. I thought I woke up early morning and I will make this video, and he will not be getting up and bothering me. But anyways, the door left open and he came inside and he's playing. So I am not gonna cut this video just for small noises. I apologize, but next time I will try to keep him away, or get up a very early morning and make a video when he's not up. Thanks very much and happy learning. I will see you in next video.